Hello everyone, Jamarcus here, and I'm here with the last week of the Mafia division for SPDA. So week 8, we're facing Paycheck, who I understand is a very good player. I've never played him before though. We're going into this match 7-0. The last couple weeks, we've been bringing in some fun sets since we were guaranteed playoffs, but now we're looking at a perfect season, so I want to try for that. So no Illumise or Snubble this week, sorry. So I struggled with this matchup a lot. They got two Pokemon faster than my whole team. They have a lantern, which I can't hit super effectively. I don't have a ground type or a grass type. It's the perfect wall into Swanna. I'm bringing Terra Ground. Uh, Monferno is really good into my team. I only have the one fire resist, really. I guess there's Iron Thorns too, but that isn't really a defensive answer for it. So I think Monferno is really good into my team, actually. I think it's going to show up. Um, as for what else, I think Cyclizar is a good Pokemon. Bisharp, very strong as well. Lantern's definitely coming. I think Gligar is coming. It's your only option for hazards. Terra Glaceon's very strong. Poltegeist even I think is decent, although it struggles in Discontank a lot. So probably any of these 8, honestly. Any of the top 8. Any top 7 maybe. Whimsicott I don't even think looks that good to be honest. The Orthworm's right there. And it's not great in Discontank either. But we'll see. What did I bring? Orthworm, these EVs don't really mean anything. It's just some defense. SPDA, enough speed for a uninvested Bisharp or Poltegeist. Russian SPDA to take a hit from Whimsicott a bit better. Or maybe live in overheat from Cyclizar. Get up rocks, and then I have Coil 2 attacks. Pretty much hits everything. Kind of walled by Gligar. Kind of walled by defensive Lantern. Next up, Hitmonchan. This thing just hits pretty hard. My opponent doesn't really have great switch-ins into it. It 2 kills almost everything on the team, except for like Terra Fairy or Terra Water Glaceon. I had knockoff, but I switched it for Rapid Spin last second because I have a Sash Pokemon. So I figured that would be good. And also, uh, Gligar is pretty much going to get hazards up every single game. I can't really stop it from doing that. I also have AV Skuntank. I was really scared of Poltegeist in building in hindsight. I was a little too scared of it. Probably could have been Black Sledge or something else. Just 4 attacks, Temper Flares there for the Bisharp, and then everything else is pretty standard. Enough speed for Bisharp. Next up, Swanna, just a standard Scarf set. Outspeeds Gligar in case I get knocked off. Kind of walled by Lantern. I have to Terra Blast, but then I'm locked into Terra Blast, which isn't great. But I wanted something faster than Bisharp and uh, Whimsicott. Inaccurate moves. I think I need the damage this game. We'll try our best. Flip turn, pretty hard to click because of Water Absorb. I think Water Absorb is probably better than Volt Absorb this game. Um, I think you can handle my electric types with other Pokemon, but Swanna's pretty good to just flip turn around if you don't bring that. And it doesn't get U-turn. I thought about bringing U-turn, it doesn't get it. Next up, Iron Thorns, just a win con set. DD, 3 attacks, no stab. I have Brick Break for the Bisharp. Ice Punch is very strong into a lot. Then Earthquake hits the rest. Kind of bad into Glaceon though. Unless it Terra Grounds, then I can Ice Punch it. Last up, Raichu. This is my dedicated lead pretty much. Modest, it still outspeeds the Gligar. Um, no electric move. I have Psyshock, Focus Blast, Surf with Encore. I had Thunderbolt at first, but I took that off for Encore. I just thought it might be nice. Psyshock, Focus Blast, Surf pretty much hits everything. Thunderbolt doesn't really hit anything super effectively anyways, so I didn't think it was necessary. And the resists to Psyshock are taking a Focus Blast. So what did my opponent bring? We see the Whimsicott. No Monferno is really nice, but otherwise nothing too surprising. I'm expecting Terra Fairy on Glaceon. My team just can't really kill it that well. So I'm leading Raichu. Um, I think it has a decent matchup into everything. Gligar lead, very nice for me. Sash, I'll live a hit from this. If it wants to get up a hazard, I can spin it away because there's no Poltegeist. Surf should be 2-hit KOing, unless there's SPDF. And if there's SPDF, that means now Hitmonchan's Ice Punch is doing a lot more, or Knockoff from Skuntank is doing a lot more. Or maybe they'll have speed. I don't know. Surf, it does 2-hit KO, so they're max HP. I don't know if they're max speed, if they're max attack, whatever. They do switch on my second Surf, makes sense. Based on that damage, I see Assault Vest Cyclizar or it's invested, one of the two. I do want to save this just because it's one of my faster Pokemon. I go Orthworm. I figured they wouldn't click Overheat on the switch. And yeah, they just click U-turn. In comes Lantern. This thing's a problem. I get my leftovers back to full. I can't kill this. I want to figure out what its set is. I want to get damage on it so that I can put it in range of maybe Drain Punch from Hitmonchan. Or, I mean, it dies to Earthquake from Iron Thorns always, if it's just max HP. But I don't want to use my booster energy quite yet. So I opt to just Body Press here, try and figure out what this thing's set is. They Scald, and they burn me. Pretty unfortunate. And I Body Press. I figure out they're max HP. So they're not defensive. So I was thinking they're SPDF at this point. I failed to calc the Scald damage. That did way too much to not be max special attack modest. So they actually have no special defense. They're just max HP, which means Terra Blast Ground from Swan is doing quite a bit of damage. The burn kind of sucks, cancels out my leftovers, and my Body Press did half damage because of it. So Orthworm is pretty much as good as dead now. So I'm just going to get up my rocks and sack this thing. They're leftovers, so they're going to get back to full. Pretty unfortunate interaction for me. And they can always spin these away with Cyclizar anyways. This thing's at full, I can't kill it. I have to go Skuntank to click Knockoff, get rid of these leftovers, so that I can hopefully keep it in range of Hitmonchan and Iron Thorns later on, or mostly Hitmonchan. I knock off, does a lot of damage. They Scald, are they going to burn me? They don't, that's really nice. I Poison Jab, get some good damage, no poison, that's fine. They're not quite in range of rocks, but keeping them this low is very good. In comes Cyclizar. I will also knock this thing off. If they want to just double edge and kill me, I'm okay with that. I thought about sacking Raichu here, but sacking Raichu on the rapid spin is just really bad, and I figured they would want to spin. So I just click knockoff, and they do spin. Tells me they have attack investment. I knock off their assault vest, which tells me they're not going to have taunt or shift gear or some other status move. And then I make a pretty bad play here. I Sucker Punch. I don't think they're going to stay in here. They're going to predict my Sucker Punch. So I probably should have just clicked Knockoff again. But I don't. I click Sucker Punch, and that lets in Gligar, which lets them get up hazards, which is pretty bad for me. I'm going to sack Raichu here because I think keeping the Sucker Punch in the back from Skuntank and keeping Knockoff is going to be more valuable than having the 1% Raichu. So I sack Raichu, and they click Earthquake instead. That's actually really good for me. I could have, if they set up a hazard, I would have surfed and killed them. Um, Although they would have brought in Lantern if their water absorbed the heal. So a pretty bad situation for me. So them actually just clicking Earthquake there, I'm fine with. This thing is in range of Ice Punch from Hitmonchan. So I'm going to make that play. If they're max speed and faster than being toxic, that's fine. I Ice Punch and kill them. Out comes Whimsicott, which was surprising to me. I thought, okay, maybe they're Specs Moonblast and they think they kill, which they don't. I'm Assault Vest. So I'm just going to Ice Punch. They Leech Seed, and Ice Punch does nothing. So they're max HP. They're not max, like max defense, but they're bulky. So what that tells me their Moonblast probably is not doing very much damage. I think they would want enough speed to be faster than Raichu. Ice Punch does a lot of damage. They're going to Leech Seed, but I should still kill with the next Ice Punch, except I freeze. So suddenly getting burned on Orthworm's not so bad after all. Freeze is pretty nice. I'm just going to click Ice Punch again. Actually, no, I don't click Ice Punch again here. I click Rapid Spin to get rid of this Leech Seed because I figured they would want to switch. Lantern goes down. I get the speed boost and free myself from Leech Seed. That was a very nice turn for me. They don't really have a comfortable switch in. Their best options, Terra Fairy or Terra Water on Glaceon, the other three kind of die. So Hitmonchan looks really good. I want to keep this thing alive. So they do go Glaceon, and I'm going to switch. I decide to go Skuntank. I should be faster, so if they start Calm Minding, then that's not a problem. And if they just kill me, that's also fine. They Terra Ground, actually. So they're Terra Ground, not Terra Fairy. That's really good for me, because that means Hitmonchan should be 2-hit with Ice Punch. So I go and make that play. The Ice Punch does 50% on the dot. Ice Beam does so much damage. This thing's so strong. And they're leftovers, so they're actually going to avoid the 2-hit here on Ice Punch, which is fine. The Ice Beam's going to take me down. I should have had a little bit more SPDA. That would have put me in a really nice spot. Mach Punch looked very strong here, but I was max speed almost instead. In hindsight, maybe having some more bulk would have been good, because I don't think Bisharp or Poltegeist are going to be running max speed, because it's really just Orthworm they'd be trying to outspeed. So I don't think I needed max speed on Hitmonchan. Really just enough speed to be faster than Cyclizar at +1 would have been enough. So Glaceon's low, that's good. Swanna comes out. Um, I didn't want to click Flip Turn here because I didn't think Iron Thorns was in a position to win, so forcing that thing to come in after was not good. So I can actually just click Terra Blast here, which puts me in a nice spot because if they go into Bisharp, then I can just Terra Ground after that, but it doesn't leave me stuck into a move that Whimsicott is resisting. So I just click Raw Terra Blast here. I didn't want to miss with one of my other moves. They go Cyclizar. I want to do more damage into this thing, so I do Terra here. Does 52%. This thing is now in range of my next Terra Blast Ground, which is nice. Terra Blast Ground is looking like my win con here. I'm out of range of Sucker Punch from Bisharp, although Terra Blast Ground does not do nearly enough damage to it, so I'm going to need Iron Thorns to do a big hit on Bisharp. And Whimsicott, if it unthaws, who knows? Here it comes. I have to switch. Terra Blast Ground's not doing nearly enough damage, so I do go Iron Thorns. I should be taking one energy ball from this thing anyway, so just hoping it stays frozen. It does. And I'm just going to click Ice Punch. If they go Bisharp, that means Brick Break will kill the next turn. So I Ice Punch. They Leech Seed and miss. Pretty unfortunate. Ice Punch, and that will kill. Had they hit that Leech Seed, they would not have gotten the damage this turn because they died. Out comes Bisharp. I Brick Break, it nearly kills. And they Low Kick, which nearly kills. They Sucker Punch and kill me. Had they gotten the Leech Seed recovery there, I still would not have been dead here, so they would have had to click Sucker Punch. And they still would have been in range of Swata. So the Leech Seed miss there doesn't matter too much, but certainly the freeze does. Out comes Swanna. I'm out of range of Sucker Punch. I just need to hope that they don't have Quick Attack on Cyclizar. They Sucker Punch, they don't crit. I kill with Terra Blast. Terra Blast Ground will also kill Cyclizar unless they have Quick Attack. And they don't. So, closest game all season. 1-0 victory, which puts us at 8-0. My first perfect season. Hopefully we can make it all the way to finals, but that's asking for a lot. I did not plan on going 8-0 with this team. It is honestly not good. I don't think my team is good at all. Although I really like Swanna, Skuntank, and Drifblim. I think those three have worked very well together. The other Pokemon, Orthram's pretty good too, but Pincurchin's been terrible. I'll go through that all in a separate video, but we win. Very close game. Probably didn't deserve to win it. That freeze on Whimsicott was pretty big. Had they gotten an earlier Leech Seed off on Iron Thorns here, like on this turn, for example, it would have put Iron Thorns in range of Low Kick, which actually didn't really matter. I just go Swanna after and win. But still, getting the freeze was nice. If they were Protect or something, then maybe they would have stalled out Hitmonchan when they Leech Seed me here. I think I've talked enough. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.